Hello all again. Welcome to the Zander channel. Here, I help people get out of their heads and establish and maintain our connection to our heart. Yes, even if you're a man. This is my path to happiness, joy, and love. I will also post on how to get out of depression, suicide, stress, anxiety, and other lower vibrational energies on your path to your happiness, especially during times of true or fantasy crisis, such as the time of this video posting there's something going on. I invite you to subscribe and join me in this journey towards peace, joy, and happiness. And this video is about understanding the intrusive thoughts. And why do we have these thoughts that we don't really want? There is no institution more powerful than the institution of your mind. Nadi P. Obiang. Intrusive thoughts are unwanted thoughts, images, or urges that seem to just pop in your mind out of nowhere. Such thoughts can take the form of any number of offensive ideas. The content is commonly violent, sexually explicit, or otherwise socially inappropriate. These thoughts may be directed towards loved ones, people who are close by, or oneself. Some examples of these thoughts may include, but of course not limited to, the sudden image of harming your child or other loved one despite having no intention or desire to do so. The thought of performing a sexual act with someone despite it being inappropriate and or lacking attraction towards that person. Excuse me. The sudden urge to yell obscenities or expose oneself in public. Aha! Look at that! Now, a fleeting or unexpected urge to jump when standing on a bridge. Now, the unwanted and unexpected nature of intrusive thoughts separates them from other types of thoughts such as worries or ruminations or desires or overthinkings. In fact, intrusive thoughts are often so contrary to one's character and wishes that the person is distressed or disgusted by these thoughts. There's a religious sect that when they have these thoughts, they actually whip themselves for having these thoughts. So, what do these thoughts mean? Intermittent intrusive thoughts are common and normal. In investigating this phenomenon, one study by Hames and colleagues in 2012 suggested that over 50% of people with no history of suicidal thoughts have had the sudden urge to jump when standing on a tall building or bridge. Psychologists call this high place phenomenon. Or maybe it is that we used to be able to fly. I don't know. Intrusive thoughts have also been well studied in new mothers. A 2008 study from Fairbrother and colleagues showed that half of the healthy mothers had intrusive thoughts of harming their infants within 4 weeks after birth. A recent meta-analysis of 50 studies showed that nearly all women who have had intrusive thoughts of harming their baby at some point after the birth. This is a 2017 study. Better. People who are more sensitive to anxiety are more likely to experience intrusive thoughts. 2012 Hames study. And while these thoughts can be normal, they are more common in certain psychiatric disorders, including anxiety disorders, mood disorders like major depression, and bipolar disorder, and psychotic disorders such as schizophrenia. It doesn't mean that you're psychotic or schizophrenic, okay? It doesn't mean you're depressed or bipolar, right? Lots of people have these thoughts. Sometime throughout your entire lifetime, you will have some of these thoughts. So, what causes these intrusive thoughts? Why does a normal brain produce seemingly abnormal and unwanted thoughts? So, some researchers hypothesize that these thoughts are sort of misinterpreted warning signals. Now, for example, when a mother experiences a sudden, undesired urge to drop her newborn baby, perhaps it's her brain's way of warning her to hold on tighter to avoid dropping the child. Right? Or in context of the high place phenomenon, the strange and unexpected urge causes you to step back from the edge of the bridge or the building. So in some ways, the intrusive thoughts may protect you from the thing that you fear by running your thought through to do the thing that you fear. Importantly, these thoughts do not seem to predict an increased risk of carrying out the feared thought or the urge. In the meta-analysis cited above, none of these 50 studies included or found an increased risk of violence in mothers with isolated intrusive thoughts or harming their children. No correlation. So, what can you do when intrusive thoughts become a problem? When intrusive thoughts become severe, recurrent, and anxiety-provoking, we call them obsessions. Obsessions are perhaps best known in the context of the obsessive-compulsive disorder, or OCD, folks. People with OCD often suffer from compulsions as well, which are behaviors or mental rituals that aim to decrease the anxiety associated with the obsession. In people with normal, transient, non-distressing, intrusive thoughts, no treatment is needed. It is important to realize that these thoughts are normal, and over-pathologizing them can create unnecessary anxiety. Think of these thoughts as the brain hiccups. Okay? As frightening as they may intentionally seem, intrusive thoughts will dissipate if you accept them and allow them to pass without giving them too much attention or trying to push them away. Attention. If intrusive thoughts reach the level of obsessions, we can use medications and therapy to help, but I recommend strongly hypnosis. Antidepressants, stimulants, I mean, you're talking about drugs that cover up the symptoms. Drugs do not heal. They stop symptoms. So you don't feel the symptom. Can a medication change your thoughts? Yes, absolutely. Did it fix the problem? No. Because as soon as you stop taking the medication, the thoughts come back. This is psychologists and psychiatrists helping through the science. Hypnosis changes your behavior. Period. Neurolinguistic programming changes your behavior. Period. Solve the problem, people. Solve your problem. Heal yourself. Please. Hey, smash that like button and subscribe below if you learned something, agreed, or found this interesting. Comment below to ask an educated question that you want the answer to. If you love this sexy face, hit that notification bell for my next posting herein. You can see it again, baby. Hey, peace, love, and happiness to you all. Good day and happy day.